Hello, Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for the Cuckoo's Fiancee, Chapter 35. When we last left our heroes, Nagi and Erika were left with no choice but to come clean to Hiro about their relationship, their switched at birthness, their engagement, everything. Hiro then told Erika about her having a fiancé, but we don't really know. We didn't learn any more details about that than we already knew. And meanwhile, Sachi wants to investigate Hiro because she's jealous. So not super looking forward to this chapter, but let's see how it is. So we open with I'm assuming this is Sachi and Erika. You ready, Erika-chan? This is a top secret mission. Roger. And the two of them, we see like Sachi in just like a hoodie, and Erika all out in this like Sherlock Holmes-esque outfit. Renowned detectives Erika and Sachi are on the case. 35th foul, I knew it. She does have a dark side. And our picture here is of Sachi about to tie her hair up with a scrunchie. I want to catch your heart, even if just by the tail. The investigation begins. Detective Sachi investigates her brother's crush. And so we see them watching Hiro as she comes out of the store. Here she comes. What's a high school girl doing with all that food? Something's fishy. She's probably got a secret husband. And Erika calms her down. You watch too many soap operas. Though they're not entirely wrong. She does have a secret fiancé. But probably has something to do with the shrine she runs. She told me about this. Today's discount day at the grocery store. She has to get stuff to make lunches. She makes her own lunches? Sometimes I forget how that's, like, not a super common thing in Japan. Because, like, growing up, I made my own lunches from, like, high school on. That's a little, I kind of forget about that. Anyway, Erika thinks, also, I just realized something. What we're doing is not investigating, it's just stalking, isn't it? And Sachi starts to, like, shiver. Stalking? What? No. Well, no matter how you dress it up, you look like a stalker, Sachi-chan. Very shady. That's rich coming from you. I don't know. I think the one in the hoodie looks much more stalkery than the Sherlock Holmes outfit. Come on, I came because you said to be playing detective, but this is just, like I said, we're just, and then Erika takes off her hat. We don't even need to do this stuff. We can just talk to her. And Sachi mumbles, I don't want to talk to her. Eh? But I want to know. I want to know what kind of person she is. I just want to find that out. And Erika just looks at her for a moment, and then asks, is it because she's the one Nagi-kun likes? And Sachi pauses for a moment before she starts ranting. It's my duty as his little sister to find out stuff like that. What if she's a creep? Sure, that's why. Erika kind of like puts her hands together. Alright, Sachi-chan, let's do this. Now you're on board? And then we see Hiro holding a 100-yen coin as Sachi and Erika look from behind a corner. And then she looks both ways and she just pockets it. And Sachi freaks out. She stole it? Did you see that, Erika-chan? And Erika defends her. But it's just 100 yen. According to the internet, there's no point in taking that to the police. She knows so little about regular life that she has to Google that. And then Sachi says to herself, I knew it. She does have a dark side. That's not how I figured that line being said. I figured that line would tie in with Sachi learning about the fiancé, but nope, it's about 100 yen coin. And Erika kind of balks. A dark side? It occurred to me right when you mentioned she makes her own lunches. She's hiding something. And the truth is, she's the kind of person who steals 100 yen. I think that there's also a little bit of a seeing the difference in the upbringing between Sachi and Erika, to give Sachi the benefit of the doubt, which I normally don't really like to do, but let's do it here. Sachi grew up really poor, so 100 yen means a lot more to her than what it means to Erika. Still wouldn't mean a lot. 100 yen is like $1. But still. Stop, you're wrong. Hiro-chan is a good girl. She's the best. She helps me study. She even invited me to her house. Of course she did. You're famous. It's all calculated. Calculated? Women are calculating. That's what Mom said. And Erika freaks out. What's that mean? I'm bad at math, though. Erika's got the real issue here. Although Hiro-chan is really good at math. And Sachi kind of looks away. Don't think about it too much. And then they see Hiro coming out of some building. Oh? Oh, she brought the 100 yen coin to the police station. Okay. The police officer says to her, "Thanks a lot for bringing that to us. Wasn't that a hassle, though?" Of course not. I'm sure whoever lost it is torn up about it. And Sachi kind of like quivers there, but Erika just smirks. Like I said, this is Hiro-chan we're talking about. Did I mention she works really hard? She knows the value of money. And Sachi looks away, but she's making a hassle for him? Yeah, she just really wants Hiro to be the bad guy here. Wait! And then she sees, Hiro talking to a guy. Is that... for a second there, I was like, maybe that was the guy from the field trip arc. But I think he's some guy we never met before. Though maybe they're family? And both of them are now, like, gawking, mouths dropped. She met up with a guy! And he's a hottie! I knew it. I knew she'd do something like this. That type of girl is always hiding a ton of guys. All kinds of guys. A different one for every day of the week. And Erika just has to, like, calm her down. Seriously, lay off the soap operas. But Sachi turns around. I knew it! She's just toying with Nagi! But then we see as Hiro walks away, the guy is, like, crestfallen. And Sachi just looks at him. Look at that face. She buried him. Erika, glowing now. I knew it. He was just trying to pick her up. She shut him down so hard. Hiro-chan's the coolest. But Sachi's off in the corner, thinks to herself, now I'm wondering what she said to him. And then we see a cat in a box that says, give me a home. Mew, mew, mew. Hiro looks down at it. And then Hiro looks around and gets up and walks away. And Sachi turns back to Erika. See? She just left it. That poor little kitty. Yeah, I saw, but we're not doing any different. And I can speak from experience. Having a pet. Taking one in isn't always the best choice. The person at fault is the one who left it there. But just then, Hiro returns. Huh? She's coming back. She's brought a woman and her daughter with her. How perfect. We've been thinking about getting a little cat. So cute. Hiro breathes a sigh of relief. Oh, thank goodness. And Sachi's just, like, in the background starting to sweat now. This chapter is really just laying home how, like, absurdly good Hiro is. Like, it strains believability how perfect a person she is in this chapter. And Sachi just, gapes. She went and found someone to adopt it? And Erika is right back on the Hiro train. I'm so moved. And just then, a basketball kind of rolls by her feet. I told you, we're talking about Hiro-chan here. And then we see, whoever was playing with the basketball calls out to Hiro, sorry, can you give us our ball back? Oh, no, it's a soccer ball, apparently, because she's kicking it. Wow, it's a bunch of, like, little kids. Wow, you're great at soccer, lady. Whoa, how about I give you guys a little competition? Seriously? Show me how to do that. And Sachi is very quickly being won over by Team Hiro now. She became friends with them just like that. And Erika tells Sachi, it was the same with me. All my life I've been treated like some rich princess. I've always been alone. Sometimes people would reach out to me, but it always became clear pretty quickly. We see like a bunch of, silhouetted fake friends telling her, you're amazing. How big is your house? Can we go sometime? What's it like being famous? Let's be friends. It became clear pretty quickly that they just wanted to suck up to me. But Hiro-chan was different. She didn't care. She treated me like everyone else. I mean, she was very clearly your fan already before she met you. She's smart, she's talented, and she's really nice to everyone. For the first time, I was the one thinking, I can't believe she's in the same class as me. Every day when I get to school, I look forward to seeing her. And I think that's what friendship is. And Sachi turns to look at Erika, and Erika just smiles. And today just made me like her even more. And Sachi just turns away, like, brooding now, dark. So she's even got you on her side. Eh? I'm going home. Well, wait, Sachi-chan? So, yeah, we see here Sachi is not almost like anti-won over by how good a person Hiro is. And then we cut to Nagi, who just asks, stunned, What's that supposed to mean? And Sachi's barged into his room. Like I said, that girl I met at the festival, Seigo-san, she's superhuman. No, I mean, I get that, but she's super pretty, she's got a great personality, and she can do anything. A girl like that is too much for you to handle. Ooh, you might have pushed too far, Sachi. Nagi just stares at her. How do you know so much? And Sachi pauses for a moment, and then I think she starts attacking Nagi. Ow, 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 ow. I'm sorry. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, Nagi's the victim here. And then after Sachi has left her brother, destroyed and wreck on the floor, and Sachi just, like, is a little out of breath, and just kind of being an asshole right here. Your whole thing about getting first place, that's because of her, right? I made a decision. I'm gonna go to your school, Nagi. Okay. And that just this like really creepy grin on right there. Nagi just stares at her. Come again? Ugh, you're ridiculous. Why are you chasing after someone's out of your league? There's something wrong with you. I thought you wanted to help our parents. I mean, yeah. Well, I'm not going to leave the future of the Umino family in the hands of an obviously distracted disgrace like you. Yeah, Sachi is just kind of a dick this chapter. And then she, like, slams the door behind her. Nagi calls after her. You're never gonna survive at my school. I'll start studying really hard today, then. I just have to get serious. I'll do my best. I'm telling you, you don't have a chance. And so later that night, in Erika and Sachi's room, Erika asks, Sachi-chan, I hear you're aiming to get into our school? Yeah, basically. People were gonna start asking my plans soon anyway. I see. It's Nagi-kun, isn't it? You don't want to let him go. And Sachi's eyes, like, widen. That too. Maybe. Did Sachi's secret adventure make her grow up a little? Next time, everyone's shocked at Sachi's resolve. Time for an emergency family meeting. And we end with, seeing Sachi's high school preference sheet. Okay. So, I'm not the biggest fan of this chapter, for two reasons I kind of made clear during the video. One is that Sachi's just an asshole. Like, normally, when Sachi is not actively fawning, like, actively, what's the word? Can't think of the word. When she's, like, swooning, when she's not actively swooning over her brother, Sachi's a really fun character. Her dynamic with Erika is fun, her dynamic with Nagi is fun. It all feels very believable, very much like siblings, which is why the Nagi-Sachi romance angle never works at all. Because they're just so much like siblings. But here she's just an asshole. First, like, you can kind of put, her suspicion of Hiro is a little bit of romantic jealousy, I guess. But then, after she realizes that she cannot fault Hiro in any way, which is the second thing I'm going to get to in a minute, her immediate reaction is to just go be an asshole to Nagi. Like, when Nagi, understandably, is like, how do you know so much about her? She just beats the tar out of him. And we just kind of leave it at that. Like, it's so weird. I don't know why. But then there's Hiro, which is a much smaller problem than Sachi's general assholery, is that she goes from, like, in this chapter, being from generally good-natured person, who, you know, likes people, is just a good person, to being, like, a superhuman. You know, she takes the 100 yen coins to the police station, she finds a family to adopt the cat. Those are the two that, especially the second one, kind of strains believability. Actually, equally the first one. Playing soccer with kids feels right in her wheelhouse. Turning down the guy feels right. But she's just a little too perfect this chapter. And perfect people are rarely fun to read about. Which is the exact opposite of Sachi's problem. She's just too much of an asshole in this chapter. So yeah, this chapter kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. And now Sachi is coming to join the school as well. So we'll see how that turns out. Again, if that leads into more Sachi Nagi romance chapters, I'm gonna not be a fan of that. But hopefully this is just a one-chapter blip in Sachi being a garbage human being, and she'll be better in coming chapters. So anyway, that's all I have to say for this chapter. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe, or, do whatever makes you happy, And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!